my take. What drove markets from sell America to safe America just in a month? Just a month ago, stocks had tanked into a chasm, a free fall of huge proportions only comparable to the anecdotal abyss. This was on President Trump's Liberation Day. Days later, the market made a complete U turn, having staged a major rebound since that fateful day when President Trump's tariff trade war sent stocks reeling. It is a remarkable comeback from just 4 weeks ago when plummeting stock and bond prices triggered a 90-day pause on many planned tariffs. What drove the recovery and where does it still hurt? 1. Mega cap tech stocks such as Apple and Nvidia dragged indices lower after Trump's tariff announcement. Now they are the biggest drivers of the rebound. Once the Trump administration said it would exempt phones, computers, and other tech devices from its 145% tariffs on imports from China, Apple alone has added over $550 billion in market capitalization since the stock market's April 8th bottom. Another apple of the eye and market darling, Nvidia, got a similar boost after the announcement. Number two, the utilities and consumer staple sectors have been among the best performers since the lows, as they are typically viewed as safer bets during slowdowns. In contrast, financials, materials, and energy companies tend to do worse when growth slows, and their shares have lagged behind during the recent rally. Number three, the tariff fueled market rout initially sparked a flight to safer investments, driving treasury yields lower. Of late, investors are warming up to optimism that the Trump administration will back off from its most extreme trade policies. 4. Similar fears are hurting the dollar, which has dropped sharply against other major currencies this year, in a sign that investors' confidence in the US might still be shaken. And 5. Oil prices tumbled earlier in April to 4 year lows, pushed down by fears that the global slowdown will reduce demand for fuel. Shedding US stocks, bonds, and the dollar became known as the Sell America trade earlier in April, with some investors worried that trade disruptions would eventually challenge America's financial primacy. Bonds and dollars are now making a comeback, though gingerly. Stocks, on the other hand, are making merry, riding the earnings growth and on the back of a portion of economic data pointing to better interest rates.